Does Vimeo have a live streaming thing?
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome. My name is rickeutsler here, and I've got Travis. You are watching the Airgun Guys. I hope everybody's doing well tonight.
How is everyone?
I hope everybody's doing well. I mean, I would expect we'll get some people jumping online here. So we do kind of have a bit of a show to talk about today. We've got some new stuff. I was just talking with Travis, and I don't know, I was thinking about saving that. I might just throw it out there, Travis. It's not necessarily your wheelhouse, but half of it certainly is. In fact, with what you're doing now, it certainly is in your wheelhouse. What I'm going to do real quick, though, I'm going to grab this. And why don't you kind of let people know what's going on in your neck of the woods? I'm going to throw this over on Facebook. And just
I'll talk about something I was doing today. I got that Cayman X from Utah Airguns. Finally had time to do a grip video with it. I set it up out of my target range today, and man, I tell you what, that is one laser beam of an air rifle. I mean, you saw it at the Airgun Expo, but when I got it set up into my vise, my gun vise, it is a true single hole air rifle at 60 yards. I mean, you could stick your pinky through 20 shots at 60 yards. It's amazing, man. And quiet, oh my God. It's got to be the quietest air rifle I think I've ever owned that wasn't modified or had a big pickle on the end of it. It's crazy quiet.
I actually went down to the range today with the full intention of doing a video on the K-Tron. Okay. So it's funny that you mentioned that because and I hopefully tomorrow I will be able to do it. I've got to shoot some videos. I got a video for Gammo do Monday, and I have a little bit of space. So I've got a series coming, which I think people are going to like because I know it's something that people are like wanting to see it, and that is going to be the comparison between the Gauntlet 2 and the Avenger Woodstock 25.
Oh yeah. Oh
so
yeah.
Those two guns, I'm not going to spoil it. You're going to have to watch the videos.
Yeah.
But that actually was a fun day of shooting, and I'm not going to say anything more. You have to watch the videos for that one. So, all right. So I've shared some stuff. So I'm glad you got a chance to shoot the Cayman X. I was just thinking about that today.
Man.
Probably going to get the Catron out. Is it K-Tron or Catron? It's got to be
Catron. It's Catron. But I tell you what, man, that Cayman, I am incredibly pleased with everything about that gun. I mean, there's nothing you can't like about it. And I thought, how it has that wood stock.
Yeah.
I generally thought that was actually some kind of dipped aluminum. It's really wood.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, it literally is amazing how much curvature there is and how well it fits.
It's nicely done, right? I mean,
oh my God,
did a great job.
Crazy
on that gun for sure.
Oh yeah, it's for the money. You can't beat it. I don't think.
Well, you know what shocked me, and I was thinking about this today.
Amazing.
And going back to either one of those guns, and I think the Catron is maybe a little bit more affordable than the Cayman X.
Yeah, the Cayman X is more money.
Okay, but the Catron, which certainly it's no slouch. In fact,
oh no,
one of the most accurate guns I've ever shot.
Yeah,
you have to shoot. You really need to know what you're doing with that.
I tell you what, if you don't have, like, even with the Cayman, it is so tight and so well machined. If you give it any little bit of movement, it'll throw a pellet out of whack for you, man.
Because you got it. It's a shooter to shoot it.
Yeah, it is a laser, man. I mean, it is legitimately. It has that CZ barrel in it. Oh man.
But we asked Justin about what for $1,500, and he said, well, you can get that Catron with a scope for $1,500.
I know.
And I just like take a step back because I'm like, hold on, I'm trying to
with a scope. You can't with the Cayman because it's about $1,500 by itself.
But that, I mean, I'm looking, and I think when you guys see my video that I'll shoot coming up with the Catron, I think if you can get them, I don't even know if they're in stock now, but I mean, that was, I mean, we made a deal with Utah to be able to hold on to those, which I think was wise, because they're really good guns.
Oh man.
I like the form factor of the little carbine better than the bullpup personally.
Yep. Yep. I understand your
There's some
understand
things,
that.
there's some things on there that I'll share that I didn't particularly care for, but they're not deal breakers by any means for me. But so we'll see how that
Yeah.
goes. Quick thing.
Mhm.
As far as JSAR goes, look, they're rebuilding stuff. As soon as they have inventory, believe me, you'll
Oh
know.
shit. Oh me. Oops. Sorry about my language. Rick, I'm going to turn the camera because I just realized that I got something in the background people aren't supposed to be seeing.
What else is new?
Hold on. Oh, okay. It's behind that, but I'm going to put it out of the way.
That's so funny.
Yeah. I didn't even bother to look back.
You know, some people clean their offices before they come and do a show. I'm just saying. You see how nice and clean my boys behind me is nice and clean. I won't show you what's to the left or right or in front, but at least in the camera shot, it looks okay.
Sorry about my language there.
It's all right. I didn't even hear it. So.
Okay, so all right. Hopefully I don't get in any trouble. I think it was behind that compressor. So all right, good deal.
No, and more questions on JSAR. I don't want to get sidetracked on that, but just look, both Travis and I are talking with the new business management owner of JSAR, and there are things in the works to be able to bring product to market. It's going to be a little bit of time, so please be patient.
Yeah, he's super close.
But it is there were some things that had to be worked out, and as he had said, it's sort of like, you know, he jumped in with both feet. It was like trying to drink from a fire hose, and I having be a guy who has never brought a product to market and is bringing, say, bringing the SWA to market, what a challenge. So, and that's a very simple gun that was already built and developed. I can't imagine what he's going through to try and do what he's doing, but be patient, because not only will they be available, but I think you guys will be pleased how they are become available and the support you'll have on the other side of it. So
yeah,
be patient.
And the new features and things. Yeah.
Just hang tight. It'll be worth the wait.
Yeah, it sure will.
So anyway, as far as tunes on the Eagle Claws, I don't do tunes on the Eagle Claw. I don't know if anybody else does. I probably, I've been talking to Viridian Air, who does some really cool tunes. He does evidently a really nasty Bulldog modification, getting it up over 300 foot-pounds, and does a new valve and all kinds of cool stuff. I should be getting those. He's got called the Bulldozer and something else that he'll be sending me. So I should have those in for doing some review work here. I don't know, it's not too long from now, maybe in the next couple of weeks. So that'll be fun. So I got a bunch of cool stuff coming my way. And Travis, you always have stuff like you have to run away and hide because.
Well, that was almost a major no there, but
we can't.
I caught myself right in time.
It's so messy behind you, it would have gone unidentified.
Hey, you got to remember, I'm in the process of moving too. So
okay, well, we'll give you that a little bit. All right, so
it'd still be messy though.
The first thing I wanted to bring up tonight with everybody is Travis and I talked a little bit about it. He mentioned that I've become, part owner of the GTA, which I'm excited about because I think it's going to give us the sort of depth on the bench to get more stuff done. And we've got, the moderators who I really need to have just like a big Zoom party with all the moderators because
super cool people.
They're really, yeah. I'd like to get to know them better. But the whole platform just has a lot of potential. And one of the things it has potential to be is this, repository of information. So we were talking about last week about the difficulties that are between YouTube and Facebook. And I just had something happen. I think it was yesterday, the day before. Travis, you might have seen it, where I got a notification from Facebook on a post from October 2020 saying, we have found this picture to be against community guidelines. I'm thinking,
now what, right?
It was a picture of a carbon fiber bottle really? that's a violation anyway. So I mean, it's not gonna get better. And
No,
so,
it's not gonna get better, Rick.
and so Travis and I were talking, and we have started
A big process.
a big process, and it is going to be big. So first of all, we've got a temporary section under development on the GTA called the Airgun ARC, which stands for the Airgun Repository of Knowledge. And if you are a person that's a content creator, or you just a person that likes to publish videos of airgun stuff, and you'd like to have a place to put it where it's not going to just get summarily trashed,
Where, yeah, safe.
yeah, get with me and Travis so that we can get you in a place where you can begin posting your stuff, maybe even ahead of time. But we're looking at a launch date of August 1st.
Yeah, next month, right?
Yeah, it gives it basically 2 weeks, so give or take.
Yeah.
So that's what we're looking to do. And I think it'll be a lot of fun where we can actually have, look, you can still, look, people are still going to use YouTube, they're still going to use Facebook. And then one day.
Absolutely. Why not? Well, you can.
It won't
do it while you can.
Yeah. But when it's not there, hopefully everything that you're used to seeing on a regular basis will already have a place that is going to be being used. At least it'll be used by me, Airgun Angie, and I know that there's a few other people that their stuff should be just there because they're integral to the GTA. So, I mean, I'm hopeful that we get not only just a few, but I'd like to just, Travis and I were talking about this today, that the more the merrier. And so if you want to be part of that and getting your stuff in a place where it's going to be safe, then please talk to us, and then we'll do what we can to get you hooked up where you can start doing things. So that's the goal there.
Yeah, our plan, like Rick said, is starting the 1st of next month. We'll have the gate section open, the ARC. You'll be able to go in there and post your own videos using Vimeo only. So you'll have to have a Vimeo account. So, but you know, Rick, a lot of people use Vimeo anyway, because I download my grip videos to Vimeo and then I upload them to YouTube or I upload them to Facebook. So for me, it's no big deal. So the one thing you want to do is get yourself a Vimeo account. And then when you make your content, you can drop it straight into the ARC, and where it'll be protected for as long as we're alive, I guess.
Yeah.
Which, you know, at least a year or two.
Yeah. Anyway.
But that's the gig. So what we're really doing is protecting the public and the members, and giving them a safe place to store their videos at no cost. It doesn't cost.
Yeah,
anything.
I mean, right now it's just
Free.
Yeah, it's another place you can put it. And the Vimeo thing is important because, one, if we know YouTube and Facebook are doing what they're doing, why do we want to support them? And so,
Well,
apart, but if we go over to Vimeo, if Vimeo is a paid service, it's going to cost you a little bit of money, but it's worth it to, one, save your material, and also then save the material for your sponsors if you are sponsored. So it's just good business sense. And then once you have the link to the video, all you do is just paste that in your post to the GTA, and the GTA software automatically does.
there's no rendering or anything. It just does.
It does the embed code. So there's all you do is just drop the link in and it's done. So it's super
easy. You don't have to upload and download. You just drop a link in from Vimeo right into the blank area, and boom, it's there when you hit enter. So
somebody's got a question here. We can come back to the ARC here in a minute. Somebody's got a question, which I think leads into kind of a discussion we can get into tonight.
Okay.
Let's see. So Stan's asking, will anybody ever make another CO2 powered shotgun like the Crossman 1100? I have 3 and they're amazing. My opinion,
I doubt it.
The trend I see is away from CO2 and away from springers.
Yep.
Hey there, Angie.
Hey, Ange. Yeah, that's the trend. I mean, especially with the, you know, all the budget PCPs coming into the market, and good ones. I mean, really, really good ones. So it just makes it harder and harder to rationalize making a CO2 gun or a brake barrel or an underlever.
I was talking to somebody, actually had somebody come today that needed some repair done on their guns, and some of it was, one of the guns was too far gone and the other one was, I think, also too far gone. And they're brake barrels, and I get why people buy them. They're $100 at Walmart or whatever, and they're a great way to get started. And they have all this stuff on the box that just entices you to think you're going to be just like the next Johnny Sniper shooting 1,000 yards with it.
Million miles, feet per second, in the dark.
Yeah. With your eyes closed behind your back.
They're pretty good with their advertising on those boxes.
But the reality is that brake barrels are just hard to shoot. I was shooting at what I would consider today probably one of the better options, short of the German ones, like you've got the Wyrock and the Wyrock and maybe the Dianas or RWS, whatever they're going under these days. The German stuff, not the Chinese stuff, but the German stuff is, and the air arms. That's another level of air gunning, really. But you know,
almost a specialty now.
It is the normal stuff. Like I was shooting today, the new bone collector from Gamma. We shot it at. We'll get to that question in a second. There, Airguns of Idaho. I was shooting a Gamma bone collector Gen 2, the Swarm, and you know it was actually not a bad shooting gun. I mean, we shot at the expo, but we didn't spend a lot of time with it. But I shot, I don't know, hundreds of pellets today and prep for this video I'm shooting tomorrow. And, you know, I'm getting, you know, like that at 20, 25 yards. And for a brake barrel, that's
pretty good. It's better than I can do with a brake barrel.
Stretching it to, you know, beyond that, well, that's where your PCPs come into play. And I think that gun's going to retail for about $300. Now, granted, when you look at a PCP, you do look at a way to fill it, and hand pumps suck. So you're really looking at an entry-level compressor. But even then, you know, the JTS compressor, which we're selling as fast as we can get them. By the way, I need to send Dave a check. But those are, I sell them for $579 shipped. That's free shipping. And, you know, when my first compressor I bought, which is a home-built one that a guy built in his garage, was $1,900. So, granted, this won't fill bottles, or I mean, I don't fill bottles with the JTS. I just fill guns with it. But it's like unlimited gunpowder. Okay, this is how I want people to understand PCPs today with a little bit compressor. It's like unlimited gunpowder.
Yeah, for life.
Like, right. So if you reload,
it's amazing.
You need primers and powder, both of which you can't find today. If you can find the bullets
and shells,
you still need primers and powder.
Cartridges, yeah, you need everything.
And so it becomes an issue. But with a PCP, you get, I mean, heck, you're getting inch at 50. Some guns are inch at 75 these days that aren't terribly expensive. You know, if you want inch at 100, then you're going into another realm. But you know, inch at 50 right now is like, I got a $200 Beeman Commander that'll do that with a 4-power, included with the little 4-power scope. So when you have a $200, $220 gun, yes, you're going to buy the compressor. I get it. And that's like, oh, I got to buy a compressor. Buy the compressor, because now you're shooting forever. It's unlimited gunpowder. I mean, just wrap yourself around that for a moment.
And the fact that the cost per shot when you're shooting pellets compared to shooting a powder burner is fractions of fractions.
Yeah,
so
it's cheaper.
You can shoot all weekend for $100.
Yeah, I mean,
where you can even shoot for half an hour for $100. You know, with a powder burner.
I mean, I shoot. You know,
at today's price.
A 500 count 10 is going to run about $20. I mean, buy 500 rounds of anything firearm these days. Good luck. Good luck finding it. Heck, if you're California, I don't even know if you can buy 500 rounds of anything. I
don't know, man. I don't think there's anything you can buy here right now. There's a shortage of everything. So
I'm just saying that.
No, I'm with you.
Are these previous technologies going to be further developed? I mean, at some level, people are going to make stuff short. Probably the standard stuff. Daisy's going to make their springers. Process going to make their gas ram stuff. There's going to be that stuff. But I got to just tell you, I mean, what I'm seeing quality wise, accuracy wise, the bar for the spring market's actually come down. I think Gammo's probably the exception. They're trying to improve and make pretty good guns, at least for their price bracket. And you do have like the TX200 from Air Arms and the YROC, the HW97 and those, which are always like elite class guns, which are just awesome. But the real value today, heck, what about that little Beeman underlever?
Yeah, what a great little gun that was.
Oh man,
What was that, like $300?
320, 330. Yeah, it's
shoots great. Look at the Avenger.
Yeah.
Look at the Umerix, can't think of the name. Origin.
The Origin. Yeah, no, the Origin. Yeah, I mean, there's a $350 all-in-one. Just
and there's a whole mess going to come out next year, and you know, after
just saying that the market's moving to PCP. If you invest in a reasonably priced, good personal compressor, you're going to be set up to do all the shit you want to do. And yes, spend the money, buy the most compressor you can buy. Believe me, once you start,
that's what I say.
You're going to be glad to have it.
Yeah,
I'd
say the same thing. You know, if you're going to skimp on something, skimp on the gun and buy the best compressor you can.
Right now,
and then you know, save up and buy the gun you want, because you can start with something less expensive.
So I got a couple questions here. First of all,
it's great.
Let me say, somebody says I need to give you some lighting tips, which is true. You have terrible lighting. So when you get at your new house, you'll get a couple of these here.
Yeah.
That are. I don't know if I can show you my setup. See, I got my computer.
Yeah, let me try this, Rick.
And anyway, I'll get Travis all hooked up.
How's that? Is that better?
Yeah, it's a little better. Yeah.
Okay. It's blinding me, but
that's
no, I get you. No, this is my place of business.
This is your temporary setup.
Yeah.
All right, but we did have some other questions. So
sure.
David, no, you won't need a Vimeo account to see the footage at all.
No,
you don't even have to be a member of the GTA. To see it. I mean, that's you. If you want to comment, you will need to sign up and become a member. But if you just want to view it, free. Just you don't have to do anything. Just go watch it. So that's easy.
Yeah, and that's not the reason we're doing it anyway. We're doing it just as a service to the public to protect, you know, so they're not censored out and they lose everything. You know, that's the goal.
Someone's got a great comment here. Yeah. All right, so I'll get back.
Does it have anything to do with my hairdo?
And no. So this is an important question. This is a Travis question because I don't know. So they're asking Travis, do heavy slugs in 177 need a faster twist rate?
No, absolutely not. All pellets are drag stabilized.
Well, this is slugs. No, he said heavy.
He said pellets.
Heavy slugs. Huh? Heavy slugs.
Oh, did he say slugs?
Yeah. I might have said pellets, but he said slugs.
Oh, I thought you said pellets. Yeah. Well, pellets are drag stabilized, and obviously slugs are spin stabilized. And as far as weight goes, it's really not weight that really matters. It's the length of the projectile, which in turn could, you know, a heavier projectile in 177 will obviously be longer. So yeah, you'd probably benefit from a little faster twist.
There you go. Cool. Mike's saying he bought the Hill compressor, which is my personal choice.
Yeah, great one.
And suggestion: if you've got the $1,300, buy it. You're done. Beautiful.
Well, but I mean, you're done, but you still can't fill bottles with it.
But I don't fill bottles.
I know you don't.
Fill my guns.
I fill bottles all the time, though. So to me, I have to have a compressor that can fill bottles. But you know what? But I also keep out on my shooting bench, you know, a JTS compressor, just so I can fill the gun up, you know, top it up out there.
That's what I do. I just set up a compressor out in my shooting stage and have it outside and run it. So,
but you know what? A lot of people aren't doing what I'm doing, so I end up dumping guns a lot to take them apart, and you know, you don't want to sit there and chug for, you know, half an hour before you can start testing again. So I need a compressor.
Yeah.
And if you do, and if you're going to go do a lot of weekend shooting or something, then you know, somewhere without power, then you know, tanks again. Once again, tanks are great, but not necessarily for everyone. And you're right, that hill compressor is it's like number
Just showing your guns.
yeah,
The one that you,
it's number one on the hit list, that's for sure.
So my question for folks here, well, I got questions. So let me answer their question.
Let's go ahead. Let's help the people out.
Thinking of getting another PCP. What should I wait for next year's new air guns? Daniel, unless you are looking for something exclusive like a Daystate Red Wolf or something FX or something that's higher end that probably is, you know, going to be what it is. If you're wanting to find like the new affordable awesomeness, I would wait for a while, because I think what you'll find is come towards the end of this year, there's going to be some offerings that are going to be affordable and awesome, and you'll be happy.
Wait till after SHOT Show.
Next year?
This SHOT Show coming up in December. Yeah, wait till after SHOT Show if you're looking for the mid-range guns. I think what we're going to see this year is not a whole lot of entry-level guns coming this year, but we're going to see a lot of mid-range guns. The guns
mid-range,
like $500 to $800 range. Yeah, so there'll be a lot of those, which will be a step up, you know, from the you know, $0 to $350, $400 range, you know, because the market's pretty much flooded with the entry-level stuff from last year.
There's a lot.
Yeah, and you know, and it's hard when there's so many good ones to just keep piling more new ones on the market. So what's going to happen is, and I'm not saying this, I'm not guessing, I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot of mid-range guns that come out this year, and you'll see them at SHOT Show.
Yeah. No, the people talk.
I'll be there.
Yeah. It's SHOT Show's in January though, isn't it?
December, isn't it?
Wait. It's always been in January.
January. No. Yeah, January. Yeah, January. Almost February, right? Late January.
Yeah, like third week or something like that. I'm debating whether or not I'm going. I still up and down. Daniel, I think what you want to do is watch my video on the Catron. He's got a $1,500 budget.
Oh man!
Watch my video on the Catron, and then
all those Air Max guns.
See if that's something that gets your attention. Because if you like super light, sort of chassis rail ish, that is
that gun is light, isn't it?
Ridiculously accurate.
Yeah.
Then you
really well made. And if he's in the bullpups, that Cayman and the Cayman X are amazing guns for the money. I'll tell you what, that the Taipan Veteran used to be my favorite bullpup because it was just made so well, and shot so fantastically. But this Cayman, it's got to beat, man. It's got to beat.
Well, I'm not a bullpup fan, and I keep saying that.
I know.
I did shoot the Cayman. I did like it. What happens with me with the bullpup is because they get that the stock in line with the bore.
Yeah,
you've got the scope really high.
Yeah,
it's really tough. But that one actually has a little
slopes down. Yeah, it slopes.
It's more comfortable for me.
Absolutely,
I can get in there, and I don't have to have the scope jacked way high on a rail that's already
right. So it was designed really well. They thought it out. They thought just about everything out in the gun.
So David, he's asking about SHOT Show. SHOT Show is not open to the public per se. No. You have to be either a presenter or a buyer. It's hellishly expensive if you go in.
Yes, crazy.
I mean, if you're going like an owner, shop owner, and want to go, it's in Vegas. Every time. I mean, I've gone for many years, except for this last year. Obviously, I didn't have it. And it costs, I mean, just hotel stays for me and the crew is close to $5,000. and it's dinners and foods and
breakfast and
it's
lunches and handshake
and
deals. And
once you get into the show, to get in, I mean, I get in as media, which is great because they treat us really well. But if you go in either as a vendor, forget it. There's thousands upon thousands. But if you go in as a buyer, it's still maybe $500 or $600 to get in the door. At least that was
just to walk in the door. We're not talking about displaying anything.
We're just to see it.
Just to walk in the door as a vendor, not as someone who's going to be shopping.
Yeah.
It's going to cost you $500-600, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it was before. I mean, it's
yeah. And
you know
then
what I ought to do? You know what I ought to do? I ought to do a contest. I'm not saying I'm going to do this year, but it would be an interesting contest to do a contest with AirgunWeb where I choose one person to come to SHOT Show with me. And I get them in on my ticket, so to speak, and they come in. That would be kind of a cool thing. That would be,
get a free ride in.
That would be pretty awesome. I don't know how I could do that, but maybe not this year, but maybe 20,
you know, it'd probably be a better gateway to airgun thing.
It might be. It'd be very cool.
Have a drawing. Make that be cool. But yeah, and then of course you got to remember too, once you get back from SHOT Show, you're gonna have the flu for a week. So
not always.
I've never gone to SHOT Show one time where I didn't come back with something.
I think that's generally the case, but I've managed a few times to come back and be all right. So
really? Wow.
Gentleman's asking, are any PCP out there that has an ambidextrous bolt besides the Marauder? There are a bunch of PCPs that are ambidextrous cocking. So
yes, a lot of them.
Yeah. I mean, I can't give you like the top 10, but I mean, I just did a video on the Walther Rain. It got an ambi bolt, ambi cocking lever, and that's not a terribly expensive gun.
The Cayman X, you can flip the lever either side.
Yeah, that's an expensive one.
That's true.
Same with the Catron, because he's talking Marauder pricing, which is $500-600.
Yeah.
But there are guns out there that'll do it. Absolutely. So.
Probably not as many as they'd like, but
yeah.
They are out there. They are out there.
I got people that are really liking the idea of me doing a contest to get somebody to come to SHOT Show.
It would be fun, and just give them a mic and have them
they could be the talent. I could just do
that. Would be so funny. That'd be so fun, Rick.
That would be pretty awesome.
It'd be awesome too, is give them no advice. Just say, here's the mic.
Make him do it.
Go interview.
Make him do my job for a week. That'd be freaking hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be just the outtakes would be funny as heck.
It would be awesome.
Yeah.
The gauntlet hold up on the Gauntlet 2. There was
bottles, right?
It was a supply issue. They got like 95% of it. They're missing a part. I don't remember what part it is. It's just a supply issue. As soon as that supply,
like the rest of the world right now. Supply issue.
Joe? We can ask him where the pellets are. We can shift the focus now. So.
Is Joe in? Joe here?
No, he's not. He'll be up here at some point.
Yeah.
So gentleman's asking, and I don't have any experience, but I know Travis does. What are your thoughts on the AEA guns, Travis?
The AEA guns, well, considering I have every one of them, I think I have some pretty good. Well, I'll tell you what, and that's one of the companies that you're going to see after SHOT Show that's going to have a bunch of mid-range guns, and they actually have low budget guns too. Sub $400 guns. They're really, really well made. Every one of them that I've tested so far, I never had too many issues with any of them. The only thing that bothers me about them is they have like no adjustments, like no hammer.
Doesn't bother me at all.
They're just whacked out, man, full power, and that's how they are.
Why does that bug you?
Yeah, because
because yeah,
Can't
if you
tinker
can't
with
take it
it.
apart and change it, it ain't for you. But what about 95% of the rest of the world that anytime they change
Doesn't
something, they
care.
go backwards and not forwards?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm telling you what, the machine quality, the thought, and the process of the builds really well. The stocks are beautiful. I mean, for the money, they're probably the game changer going on right now, because they are making big bore air rifles that put out really good power for nothing. I mean, like $400, just crazy, and really well built. Like I said, really well built. We're not talking, cheap Chinese retainers and stuff. Everything is, I mean, pretty much top notch.
Yeah.
Good. And they got a lot of new stuff coming. You'll see it at SHOT Show.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, you'll see it at SHOT Show.
Okay.
They got some really cool stuff that to me, I didn't even think it was like in their ballpark. I'm like, whoa, check that out. So yeah, get ready for some AEA coming up.
So Mark's asking if you've ever tried to shoot trap with a break barrel or a PCP. I tell you, I might try it with my my long SWA gun that I just got.
And that'd be the one if you're going to do it.
27-inch 20 gauge shotgun air gun. That'll work.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you only get 2 shots, but
yeah,
you gotta air it up. Hold on, I gotta pump it up before I can say pull. That'd be tough. Anyway, yeah.
Sounds like fun though.
Guys, the 27-inch gun, I'm setting one to Angie. Hi, Angie. Dave's got a question. We'll get to that in a minute. I've got a long gun going to Angie, so she should have that to start playing with and have some good fun with. So, yeah, I mean, she'll be able to kill whatever she wants with that. So,
Oh yeah.
the hunter among us will be posting some great stuff for ATN optics. So, Dave was asking, what does dry fire mean? It means basically shooting the gun without anything in it, no pellet or anything.
With any air in it.
Well, you can dry fire a break barrel and it's got air because it makes air when you dry fire it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I had this discussion. It was one of these things where it could be 2 different things.
Yeah.
You could dry fire a gun by not having any ammo in it and just shooting it.
Yep.
Or you could dry fire a gun that has no air in it and shooting it.
Yeah.
So there's 2 different kinds of dry fire.
Generally, I don't dry fire because it can be bad.
I don't dry fire any PCP gun with no air in it. Major bad. That's not good. It's just
it bangs the hell out of the valve.
Yeah, you could pin the valve closed by hitting the back of the valve. There's a lot, and FX is really famous for that. I mean, you can wreck your gun in a minute by shooting it with no air in it. So don't do that. Don't do that.
Paul's got a question on what slugs to run on the Origin. I shot some JSP knockouts that shot pretty well. I haven't gone far beyond that, but I would definitely check with Nielsen because he's probably got some pretty cool ammo.
Hey, and that brings me, you got those FX slugs the other day. I didn't hear much from you after that.
Because I'm waiting to do a video with those slugs, and I got the chronograph too.
I wonder if they'll shoot good out of there, because I've heard they shoot good out of just about anything.
Well, they're very light.
Yeah, but they're also made because they're super hollow.
Yep.
That they expand into the bore to engage all the rifling.
So
it's a really bitchin' design.
I'm eager to try those out, and I'm going to get through some of these videos I've got. And then my next one is really, they sent me the chronograph and the slug, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, so we've got a question. Rick or Travis, any suggestions on getting a Rain 25 cal, which won't group at 25 yards, better than 2 inches, with JSP pellets at any FPS levels? Barrel looks to be straight.
He's got a Rain that's not shooting well.
Got a Rain 25, yeah.
Okay, so here's the first thing you're going to do. You're going to take that gun and you're going to feed it by hand, no magazine, and shoot your group again. See if it's better or not better. If it's better, then you know it's the magazine. If it's not, we can eliminate the magazine and go to the next thing. And then the next thing, the Rain has a shroud on it, but I don't think it has baffles, does
It's
it?
got a moderator at the end.
Yeah, and you can't take it off.
It's fixed.
It's
And
fixed.
I was thinking
Glued on there.
if there's something wrong with the moderator.
Yeah, I'd be curious though. Yeah, and that's the problem with that gun too, is if, let's say you had a crown problem on the barrel,
Yeah.
there's nothing you can do about it because that moderator's vulcanized to the barrel. One thing I can tell you though, because I had a Rain, is you can grind off that plastic pickle on the end, and it has half 20 threads on it under there.
Okay.
Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Yeah, it's a bear to get that thing off though. I mean, it's grind. You have to grind it off, but it is some work to get it off. But so I did mine, and I think if you go to the GTA, you'll see. You can look it up.
You still have that one? You still have the 22?
I don't know, Rick. I have to go look through all the.
That's the one that you had. That was the one gun you had because we were going to do a trade for compressor and stuff. That was the one that I thought you still had that I wanted.
I might have it
because I know that
I have to go look.
I know. It's one I got from Umarex first and shipped it to you.
Yeah, I ground off the pickle on that thing, and I put a air stripper on it with a shroud and baffles. And man, that thing was so much quieter. But the problem with, like I said, with the gun is because if there's a crown problem on the barrel, then there's no way to fix it without grinding off that pickle. But at least under that thing, there's some half 20 threads you can screw on a moderator or whatever.
The other thing I would say is that if you are in the US, I would just get hold of Umarex because they're going to want to fix that.
Yeah, they definitely want to fix it. I mean, Walther's a good company. I mean,
they're not going to want to let that sit. So if you're available to get warranty service, I would say just get the warranty service and, just let them do their job. Let the warranty department and the QC department do their job so that you got a good shooting gun.
I'd be willing to bet it's clipping inside the moderator on the end. Be my bet. And if you don't have a warranty, you can always open the hole up on the end of the moderator, drill it a little bigger. Yeah. Just don't hit the barrel, but Hey
there, Wayne. Doing well, man. Doing well. Thanks. So
yeah.
Well, we're at 7:12 now. I want to go back to the Airgun art since we got more people watching than when we started.
Yeah.
So just for you guys catching up, we've got oh gosh, we got another question. Hold on.
Okay.
All right, so we've got more questions. All right, here. Mark's asking, what's your honest opinion on the ASP20 from Sig? Well, my honest opinion, best brake barrel you could buy until they stop making the son of a gun. Best brake barrel you could get your hands on in the US that wasn't German made, let me say that. I mean, it was astoundingly awesome. 75-yard brake barrel, easy. And they stopped making it. That's really great smartness on that one. So I think it's a great gun. If you can get one, get it.
Yeah, but they're following the trend though. The trend isn't in brake barrels.
No,
it's all PCP.
Well, they're not following the trend.
Well, no, they're not.
Well, Sig isn't.
They're just pulling out all the way.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so let's see.
It's a shame they are because.
Another question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be hard to make the semi-automatic Marauder into an AR-15 upper, like the one Crossan made for the split second, the M117 upper? It would be hard for Travis to do it, but it'd probably be really expensive for you to have Travis do it.
Yeah, it certainly wouldn't be worth the money, that's for sure. Because you could go buy a semi-auto AEA gun for $500. That shoots great all day long, and you'd pay me a whole lot more than that to modify it.
I don't know. I don't see them moving that direction. I don't see Crossman going that direction at all.
I doubt. I have strong doubts that they'll ever make or produce a gun here in the US again. They'll just rebrand them now from now on.
They're They're held by a holding company, and
Yeah.
it's about dollars and cents. So
Yeah, it's all about the almighty
not about
dollar.
the sport. It's not about the sport.
No,
And,
or even the 100-year reputation of USA products. But no, what can I say?
I don't know any problems with the breech on the Rain. My 25 shoots awesome.
My 22 shot really, really well too.
You do here. I will tell you this. Okay, and if you are shooting at the top of the fill to the bottom of the fill,
Oh, huge!
You'll be all over the map.
Oh man, yeah. I only fill it. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, there's a window, and if you check out my video I just did recently on the 25 cal Rain, so I just posted a video for MRX on that. I fill to like 160, 170 bar. I get 2 mags that are basically even.
And then fill it up again.
Yes.
Yep.
So if you're filling it to the 2 whatever it is, and then
250 bar.
100,
oh man.
Yeah, you're going to be all over the place. Don't do that.
Yeah.
It could be just that simple.
Yeah. So, it has a very narrow window. And if you have a chronograph, you'll see it. You just go out there and fill it to the top and shoot it to the bottom. You're going to see the huge swing in feet per second from top to bottom.
Absolutely. So
right in the middle is a sweet spot. And you just got to shoot those 2 mags in that sweet spot.
And then it's great.
And it doesn't have very much air capacity. So you got 2 mags. That's what you're going to get.
Yep. And that's absolutely the case. I like the gun. It's kind of a niche gun for me. It's another one of the bullpups that I feel is comfortable to me.
It's very comfortable.
For that, I like it personally. It's for whatever reason, I said this on my video. I like Walther guns. They're German. I'm half German. Maybe there's that genetically. I'm predisposed to them. I don't know, but I like the Walther Maxima Thor. Gosh, that thing's just a sledgehammer. But it's not the most accurate. It's not the lightest. It's not the prettiest. But I like it.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny too. Like my favorite guns that I have that I will pick up if I'm going to go somewhere, I'm going to grab. They're not necessarily the most accurate guns I have. They're just the ones I like to shoot the most.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure where you're on the Rain. I may drop down to 2,500. Yep. I may drop to 2,500, shoot from 2,500 to 1,500.
Yeah, you'll find out, man. Just keep
you need a chronograph. Get a chronograph, string it, see where you start. You're gonna find right in the middle. There's 2 mags that are like extreme spread of 10. That's where you want to live.
Yep.
You just mark every mag. Mark your pressure. That's how I do it. John, I'm glad you're liking your Rex P. I just ordered another.
What a great gun.
Oh, do you like it?
I think that is probably the most underrated gun out there. It is so good. And, I don't hear too many people chatting about it and, online and stuff. But man, that gun can do it all.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Raphael, as far as the SIG 20s, they have been out of stock everywhere. I don't know. I wasn't in corporate SIG making decisions with them on this. But
they're completely out of the game.
Well, they licensed everything out. Well, they would argue that point. They went into an agreement with Evike.
Yeah, Evike
stuff. Now, whether the Evike is building it under license or what they're doing, I don't know. But they
we'll see it shot show.
Yeah, they're not making the ASP 20 with beautiful air gun. That would be a gun if somebody could get the rights to make that gun. What a beautiful air gun that was. They could sell that for $500-600. It'd still be worth the money. It was that good.
Have you shot the MPX? Any of the MPX?
Oh yeah, I got a couple.
I've never shot one.
Really? Well, next time you come out, you try one.
Yeah.
And you'll shoot it 3 times.
It looks fun.
In the box. Well, it's got about a 14-pound trigger pull, so you'll love it.
Oh boy.
Because here's what happens, okay? And this is like we shot the new Walther belt-fed pistol, and they do things differently because the blowback in that actually advances the belt.
Right.
So
That was cool. That was a great little gun.
In the SIG, you've got 30 rounds of lead pellets on a belt.
And the trigger advances.
The trigger is double action. It's not semi-auto. So it's like, bang. And the
I would hate that.
The PCP was so much worse.
Oh boy.
Because it's 22. Well, it was 22 cal versus 177.
Mhm.
I have an MCX, and it's.
You said, yeah.
It's just a horrific trigger pull.
Yeesh.
I mean, look, if you're just running targets, you're using it like for 3-gun training or something like that, fine, you won't care. But if you're a precision shooter, Travis, you are a precision shooter, and triggers for you are everything.
Oh,
you won't shoot it.
I won't shoot a gun that was an absolute laser beam if it had a bad trigger.
Yeah,
it'd just go away. Well, I tell you what, man, getting back once again, back to that Cayman, it sure has a hell of a nice trigger on it, man.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, when are you posting that video, or have you already done it?
It's almost done. I got all the pieces. I just got to edit it. So all the pieces are together. I just got to edit it. But I was shooting it today in the wind, and it didn't even matter. The thing was just stacking. Huh?
That was a 22, right?
22, yeah.
I just got a shipment of some 25 cal pellets, so I'll be shooting both I'll probably try the Mark II heavies and the Catron.
Was the Catron a 25?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. Man, what a great little gun that is.
It's a 100-yard gun all day.
Oh man, yeah. So is this. I was shooting this little 22 in the wind at 60 yards and just pinky size hole.
Beauty.
Just too easy. Simple. But it was in a gun vise.
Yeah, that does help.
I eliminated the me factor. But I got a lot of guns in that set in that same gun vise that wouldn't come even close to that. Not even close.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I didn't like.
I just posted a video this Monday, or this past Monday, on my opinion, for what it's worth.
Yeah.
Of the best small bore hunting air gun that you can spend your money on right now. And I really like the Seneca Eagle Claw, 25 cal, variable power up to 60 plus foot-pounds without breaking a sweat. That's what
that gun surprised me, Rick. It surprised me.
As far as 35 cal pellets, yeah, I got some 35 cal pellets. If anybody needs pellets, you can go to airgunproshop.com, fill out the form, tell me what pellets you need. Make sure to put your phone number in there. I got to change the form, so we ask for your phone number up front. We're letting people buy two tins of pellets per month. That way everybody gets some pellets and everybody can keep shooting. So I probably do 2 to 3 invoices a day of custom invoices out. And then you pay your invoice and we'll send it out in a flat rate box. And if you're in the lower 48, Puerto Rico.
Can't believe it's come to this.
Alaska or Hawaii, Guam, any place that's the U.S. or U.S. territories, we can ship USPS. We send it out priority in a box. You'll have it in a couple of days.
The funny thing, Rick, is this though about the pellet shortage. There really isn't a pellet shortage. There's just more people shooting pellets.
That's it.
Yeah. They already sold more pellets this year than they had all of last year. It's not a shortage of pellets. It's not like they can't get them. They just can't keep up with the demand of them.
They can't make them out.
They just can't make them fast enough, which is great for our sport. That tells you that we are definitely a growing sport, and to protect those people with their videos when they're shooting.
Yeah, back to
we got the ARC.
Yeah,
we got to get back to talking about the ARC. I think it's super important to both keep from being your privileges stripped away from you. When you got these videos that you made and put a lot of time and effort in, even if you're not a guy who gets paid to do it, you could spend a whole day shooting and filming and editing and put it up on there just for your buddies or what have you, just to find out, hey, it's removed. See ya. Too bad. We don't allow people who are left-handed to shoot on Tuesdays on YouTube. So
the rule, we just put it up.
Yeah, they just pull it off, and there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can say about it, and you're in their sandbox playing. So, so Rick and I, we started the ARC, and we're going to. I can't say we're going to eliminate that from happening, but we'll at least give people the opportunity.
Well, we're going to do multi-phase. So the first phase is Vimeo is a platform that's a paid business platform. You pay to be there.
That's right.
They understand. I mean, you can actually talk with an executive there, a sales rep.
Absolutely.
To make a decision. So it's a different scenario than you have at these other places that just don't care because they actually want your business. So it's not much. It's a couple $100 a year, and I get to post.
I think that's for a pro account. I think you can get
no. Look, you can the basic entry level business account, which is what I have. It's $200 a year. You can upload 20 gigs a week, and I upload a lot of videos. We've never hit 20 gigs a week, so it's plenty.
No, but I think they have an entry level one that's not even close to that much money.
Well, I mean, what are they charging you? $15 a month? That comes out to what? About $200 a year?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I just pay the annual fee. You can pay the monthly.
Yeah, no, I do it annually too.
Yeah.
But regardless, the fact is it's a paid service.
Yeah.
And if they start cutting your videos out, guess what? They're not getting paid, right? So it doesn't behoove them to crush your videos. Which they don't care. They could care less because you're not posting them to some Vimeo live feed.
No,
you're doing with them what you want. So what we're doing is we're just taking those Vimeo videos that you guys are producing and putting them in a safe place where people can watch them in their categories, find their categories, look for your videos, or you can post links to them and they can go see them, and you don't have to worry about them being edited or dropped or kicked out or whatever reason, or the 1,000 different rules they make up a week to
or ambiguousness.
Yeah.
Gentleman's looking for some 20 cal pellets. That one,
yeah,
I can't help you with that one. That one's out.
I probably got some.
The Bigfoot. So on the Sumatra, I've got a Sumatra 25, and I have a 22. And I will tell you that the Eagle Claw is less power. I've shot mine a bunch. I have both 22 and 25 with the Eagle Claw as well. I have found them far more enjoyable to shoot, and I've had zero issues with them. So
quieter.
Well, they just addressed everything that I had that I would like to have seen change with the original Sumatras.
Mm-hmm.
One was make them quieter. Two, I hated the angle of the stock that drove me nuts. I found it very uncomfortable to shoot. So those two things they really just handled. So,
and it's a really good looking gun.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, if you're into like old school, cowboy look,
I like it.
It's a cool gun, man.
Well, Travis, we have burned an hour.
Unbelievable.
Yep. So, guys, if you have any questions, let's see. I don't see any big questions here. Paul's saying the Eagle Claw is expensive.
Meh.
$700 in the big scheme of things.
Meh.
I mean, it's more expensive than a $300 PCP, but I don't see any other 60+ foot-pound guns for less than that.
That's built that well too.
Huh? Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, you're paying for build quality too. And that goes a long way. I mean, yeah, you can buy some inexpensive Chinese guns, but then you're buying the problems that come along with them usually, whether it's leaky O-rings or valve poppets coming apart or retainers breaking. You're not going to get that with the Eagle Claw.
Yeah, I like it. They're great. I really like. I just really like this. I have. Well, now it's Seneca because it's an exclusive brand from Pyramid Air. But I mean, I've got I don't have a 909. That's the one I'm missing, and I need to just buy one so I have the collection.
We need to get the guys from Pyramid Air to get on our Airgun X. Our show here. Yeah, the Airgun guys.
I'll throw out an invitation to Tyler and see if he wants to come out and chat.
Yeah, see if we can get him on one night, at least for 20, 30 minutes of his time, and just let people ask. Well, you know what? We probably won't take a lot of questions because people will be, where's my gun? Where's my pellets?
Yeah.
I ordered them 3 weeks ago and it's still out of stock.
Yeah. Well, I am going to go ahead and shut down for tonight, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Stay tuned for the Airgun Arc. It's going to launch the 1st of August. If you're a content creator or just somebody that wants a place to post your stuff, get with me and Travis over social media, and we'll get you.
Or if you're
start doing it,
or if you're just a guy who wants to look at airgun videos.
Well, you should already be looking at airgun stuff on the GTA. So first of all,
you should be there anyway.
Need to be there anyway and participating.
Bingo.
Yeah, there you go. Guys, that's going to be it for now. Thank you so much for coming up here and hanging out with us, and we will see you in a couple weeks.
Good night, everyone.